beyond the body-mind, space-time causation complexes, beyond the waking, dreaming, and deep sleep states is the supreme self, sometimes called supreme energy, sometimes called the real infinite and limitless I, or the pure consciousness awareness, the original face, Purusha, Atman, God, Christ, Allah, Buddha nature. Sometimes beings don't like to name it, so they call it the nameless, or simply this. The Supreme Self is what Krishna was trying to point to when he was chatting with Arjuna. So the Supreme Self comes from the Bhagavad Gita. The Supreme Energy is a phrase that my guru Baba Haridas coined. He said that when you separate the mind from the self, what you realize is that the self is supreme energy. The real infinite and limitless I got from Meher Baba. He says, after nirvana, you realize the real infinite and limitless I. Pure consciousness awareness is a really generic term that people are using. I don't know, it's probably 60, 70 years old. In the Sanskrit term, pure consciousness is called Chit, and awareness is called Chaitanya. You don't find the word Chaitanya a lot in the Vedas. Consciousness, yes. Consciousness is part of the Satchitananda description of the Atman. The original face was coined by a monk named Dojin in Japan. I think it was a Japanese monk. When you realize the original face, the world disappears. He says, when the world disappears, the original face will show up. Purusha is the term used in Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. That's the goal, to realize the Purusha in Kaivalya. And Atman is the expression in the Vedas for the self. The word self in the Sanskrit is translated to Atman. God, Christ, Allah, we all sort of know what those are. They're all the supreme self, or the energy, or the real limitless I. And so is the Buddha nature. Sometimes beings don't like to call it anything, so they call it nameless. It is nameless. You can name it whatever you want. I like to call it Devi. So, and then seems that there's a trend. There's a trend in the satsang movement saying that everything is this. So yes, everything is this, but what most of the people on the internet think this is probably isn't the same thing that I think this is. So I call all this, what I'm chatting about, when you realize it, is supreme enlightenment. It's not just enlightenment, supreme enlightenment. And it's not just awakening, it's supreme awakening. There's a difference from my point of view. I have a website. It's called Enlightenment Is, www.enlightenmentis.wix.com, wixsite.com/Chitra. It's over there. I have a Facebook group called Satsang in America. We just finished 3 months, 101 chapters of Nisargadatta, Sri Nagadatta's I Am That, a recording of the experiences of a realized being. I played a Facebook group called Buddha at the Gas Pump, and I ask you to subscribe and like my video channel. The background here, the bookshelves, is virtual. I don't have a house that looks like that. Just so you know. Yeah. So I don't have much more for today. Namaste. Stay tuned.